One may deny the enormous collections of artifact and their diverse context, so as the importance about the reconstruction of the history of the settlement, history of the region in various contexts, including your problem related to urban or rural or port or port city. Unfortunately, recovered database never allow us to specify the settlement metrics or the cultural metrics related to urban rural context, and so as the problem related to the port and other associated concluding remarks. For example, in absence of precise form of records related to harboring area, the different activity area in and around port, and so as the city complex that merged with the harboring and the activity along the coastal line. That is absolutely unknown to us. What exactly known, and therefore we may argue the questions about urban or port. There are certain evidence having bearing with the major handling of diverse artifact and its bearing with urban life, and so as the internal and external trading network, including the exotic items that refer to Chandraketugarh area that also highlight the same. And if you agree, the presence of semi-precious stone beads, silts and ceilings and others, that certainly encouraged us to know about the negotiation between coast and the hinterland area and the process of procurement of such metal, minerals and other things. And above all, the craftsmanship or the artisan products referred to in the different context of Chandraketugarh, and our knowledge about the the status of a settlement, particularly in the context of social aspect. For instance, the controlling authority, their location in and around, the social groups associated with artisan products and their settlement area, whether Chandraketugarh could be treated as a primary location of production, or Chandraketugarh act as a forwarding agencies between the regional as well as the external trading network. The discovery of artifact is not enough to address all these questions. The primary location for manufacturing or production area, or the location for absolutely as a forward agency, and so on. Above all, the city referred to our scholarly writing, whether Chandraketugarh could be identified as a Gange or Gangariri, and their association with the classical writings and other things. By and large, we are in a position to offer antiquarian remains and certain findings that could be treated as a major activity area. Though the presence of structure of post-Gupta period found in and around Devaloi or Berachapa or Khonami Reddipi, that has some bearing about the religious sentiment of the settlement. Similarly, the so-called god or fortification, I mean it is so-called rather than real Durga, since my assumption is some parts of fortification could be treated as an embankment in the tidal zone rather than the fortification of Durga. Though there are certain evidence related to Durga that particularly available in the inner area of the Chandraketugarh area. But the entire embankment that carries important numbers of antiquities, that also suggests the periodical occupation on the embankment. So my assumption is that embankment certainly was in use during the time of rainy season or seasonal habitational area for the local people, and therefore when we are getting antiquity from the embankment, that absolutely express the habitational activity and their occupational deposit over there. Now, my assumption, when we are interested to highlight an urban center, then you must address the criteria of urban complex. And in that context, we fail to project enormous material of Chandraketugarh